Gina Carano, we are with you. Gina Carano, yesterday we talked about this. She said, she was just tweeting, hey, let's remember that the first step to the Holocaust is pitting neighbors against neighbors. And if we can't get along with people who disagree with us, if we can't have decent respect for our neighbors, then you're on the wrong road. That's the road that Germans were on that led to the Holocaust. She's got to be canceled. Now, her co-star, the guy who actually plays the Mandarin, or Mandalorian. I like Mandarin. The Mandalorian is a guy who in November tweeted out a picture of Nazi concentration camps and children in cages.
That was actually 2018. It was back in 2018 he did that. But still, recent.
Recent. Not a problem for him.
No.
Not a problem
Despite
for
the
him.
fact that it was not kids in cages on the border. Mm-hmm. It was actually Palestinian children waiting for a soup kitchen in 2010.
So I am the biggest fan of Walt Disney. I love Walt Disney. But this is not Walt Disney. This is Walt Disney. This is so offensive, to have somebody say, "Hey, let's try to be decent to one another," and they are canceled, and especially from a company that is doing business with China. You want a comparison on the Holocaust? Here's one for you. What the Chinese are doing to the Uyghurs. They have built concentration camps, re-education camps. There are people who have escaped and have testified that they are being sterilized. They are being terrorized. We don't know if they're killing them en masse yet, but don't put it past China. They've killed almost 100 million of their own people already, and the world was silent. Disney's Mulan actually thanks the leaders of the province in China where they have all the concentration camps for their assistance. So let me just say, Gina, you don't need to be lectured by a company that is in bed with a country that is currently building concentration camps. You don't need to work for them. You don't need them. You certainly do not. They have no moral authority on the Holocaust. They have no moral authority on what is decent and what is not. Disney has become an evil corporation. When you are in bed with China and you will turn a blind eye, I hope to God that someday you will pay for your intentional, knowing blindness. And as you will find out in my podcast that comes out tomorrow, it's available now for Blaze TV supporters, one of the best podcasts I've ever done. It is riveting from start to finish. It's with Edwin Black, the guy who wrote IBM and the Holocaust. He's one of the leading scholars. We talk about Gina Carano. We talk about the cancel culture. We talk about the Holocaust and what led us to the Holocaust. And then I asked him to show us, are we traveling down this road at all? You will not ever forget this podcast. It is a must listen to. But as he talked about IBM and others, including GM, including the Ford Foundation, that were actually knowingly helping the Holocaust with the Nazis, they were enabling it. They were providing the technology to do it. They should have been held for war crimes. And Disney, you keep going down this road, may you be held for war crimes if you enable these Chinese to do anything to these Uyghurs. To my dying breath, and you are a company whose heritage I love, but to my dying breath, if you don't get out of bed with China and the province where they are building these concentration camps, to my dying breath, I will search for evidence that you are involved in war crimes, and that goes for Facebook and Google as well. Get out of bed with China before you lecture us.